Thanks for joining. So today we're going to do a class that's focused on core strength and arm strength. So it's going to be a little bit intense, but I'll be right there with you. So yeah, you won't need anything but your mat. As you know, core is very important in a lot of yoga postures. And generally for your posture also, it's very important to have a strong core. And for the arms, it's always good, such as downward facing dog and Chaturanga, things that we're going to work on. So yeah, you can go ahead and join me and take a seat. We're going to start off sitting down. So go ahead, cross your legs or sit back on your heels. And bring your hands down on your knees, palms facing up or down, however you like it. And close your eyes. Straighten your back. Bring your head up, your shoulders back and down. And we're just going to take a few deep breaths just to calm ourselves down if we were just coming out of work or doing anything else before the class. Try to disconnect from that, recenter ourselves. Come back to the inside and take some nice and deep breaths. Try to really bring the air down into your core, like if you're blowing up a balloon, but without forcing it. Just let the air flow in so you can count 4 breaths in and 4 breaths out. 1, 2, 3, 4. And exhale nice and slow. 1, 2, 3, 4. And again. 1, 2, 3, 4. And exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Feel free to bring a hand onto your core to feel that movement, to accompany it. And if you feel like you have some thoughts coming through, just remind yourself that you're just sitting and breathing. That's all you're doing at this moment. And let the thoughts go just as they came. So a few more breaths here. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. And exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. And just try to bring yourself to this moment. Thank yourself for coming on the mat. You're making the effort. It's always a step forward to come on the mat. Bring yourself to the silence. Wonderful. We're going to start with 3 ohms. So bring your hands in prayer at heart center. Take a big inhale. Inhale again. And last time. Wonderful. And feel that vibration of the mantra. And slowly blink your eyes back open. And we're going to come lying on their backs. Go ahead and lie down. And bring your arms up and overhead behind you. So I want you to really feel your connection, the connection of your back with the ground. As you inhale here, extend nice and far with your fingers and toes. And exhale, bring your right knee in and hug it in towards your chest and feel how your back flattens on the floor here. And engage with your abdominals with this movement as you're bringing in your knee. Inhale, bring the leg back out and arms back behind you. Exhale, the other leg comes in and hug it in. Feel the pressure of the leg and the back on the floor. Inhale, bring it out. Exhale, bring it back in. Engage the core. So we're waking up the core and the legs, the arms, so the entire body here is engaged. So keep on going with the breath. Inhale, exhale. Press into the ground. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. At the same time, we're giving ourselves a nice massage in the stomach. So I hope for you that you're not full. You didn't have a heavy meal just before the class. If so, it might be a bit more of a struggle, but you'll make through anyway. And keep on going here. Inhale, exhale, press it in. Inhale, exhale. Engage your core with that exhale. You can make some noise when you breathe out, like with the Ujjayi breath through your throat as the air comes out. Don't hesitate to really feel the air, the breath coming out. So a couple more times, 3 more. And 1 more time on the other side. Inhale and release. And this time you're gonna bring your hands under your bum here. You're gonna slide them under your bum just as a support and bring your legs up and extend them straight up towards the ceiling. Now you have several options here. If you have a more sensitive lower back and you need some support, keep your hands down here, or you can bring them out to the side or up and overhead holding your shoulders. This is the hardest one. So if you're more of a beginner, bring your hands down under your bum for support. So you have your legs up here and you can already feel your core is engaging here. Inhale, and as you exhale, flex your feet and bring your legs down towards the ground. Don't let them fall on the ground. And inhale, point the feet and bring the legs back up. Exhale, bring them down. So what's important is that your lower back is on the ground as much as possible. If that means that your legs are just here, that's fine. Don't focus on bringing them all the way down to the ground. And bring them up. Keep on going here. Inhale. Exhale. So the core is already firing here. Obviously, keep your head always on the floor as you do this. And focus on that lower back, pressing it into the ground. Three more times. Bring the legs down and back up. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And bend your legs into your chest. Hug those legs into your chest. Roll a little bit side to side. Little back massage. And we're going to roll ourselves up, up to sitting, and bring yourself into tabletop. So bring your hands under your shoulders and your knees are hips distance apart. And you're gonna bring your left leg out behind you straight. Try to have it, your hips facing down to the ground, so you're not opening to the side like this, so your toes are pointing down. And your right arm is gonna come out to the front here, straight out. With an inhale here, you stretch out, so you're reaching to opposite sides with your feet in your hand. And exhale, bring your arm and your knee in, touching together, and your forehead towards your knee, rounding your back. Inhale, extend. Exhale, round the back. Bring the navel in. Really accentuate that with the exhale. And the other hand that's on the ground is serving as support, and you're pushing into it. You're not sinking into your shoulder. So there's also an element of balance in here. Wonderful. 3 more times. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale. Bring it in, and bring the other hand down. And this time, bring the right leg out, straight out behind you. Hips are facing the ground. And extend the left arm out. Look down towards the ground. Inhale here, extend. Exhale, bring it in. Round that back. Press into your hand in the ground. Inhale. Exhale. Same thing here. Go at your own rhythm. If I'm going too fast for you, it's always better to go slower and to really try to feel what's going on in your body when you're doing this, and you're able to focus your energy in the right areas when you go slower. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. 3 more times. Inhale, exhale. Out and in. Round your back. Push into your hand. And one last time. Bring it in and release. Wonderful. And we're going to come into a high plank. So if any moment it's too much on your wrist, please feel free to come off of your wrist and give yourself a shake off, because we're going to be on the wrists quite a bit. We're working the core and the arms. So shift your shoulders over your hands here. And your glutes are working, you're tilting your pelvis in, and the navel is going up towards the spine. Really press here, so you're bringing the spine away from the shoulder blades. And we're going to come into a side plank. So make sure that hand is under the shoulder and shift over onto your right foot. Bring your left arm up towards the ceiling. Stack your hips and make sure you're bringing your hips up, not letting them fall down towards the ground. Really keep that core tight. Wonderful. Come back into the plank. Bring that hand down and shift to the other side. So on the outside of your left foot. If you want to challenge your balance, you can look up at your hand also. That's not an obligation. Take it at your own pace. Don't forget to breathe. And come back into plank. And we're going to try Chaturanga here. So you can do it with your knees. That's good enough for you. Come down to the ground with your knees first. If not, shift over your hands. Press your arms into your sides. Look down towards the ground. And really extend from the top of the head to the feet. And come into upward facing dog. So untuck your toes. Send your chest forward. Open that chest. Shoulders come down. And come into downward facing dog. Send your hips up. So this might be a little bit challenging, but don't discourage yourself. You are where you need to be. And every day that you try, you make progress. Even if at the beginning it seems like you're not doing it right, you're learning from what you do. So we're in downward facing dog here. So externally rotate those shoulders. Breathe nice and deep. Wonderful. Send those sitting bones up towards the sky. Great. And with the next inhale, you're going to bring your right foot to the front of the mat. And we're going to come into warrior one. So send your arms up towards the sky and your back heel comes down to the ground. Front leg is still bent and have your hips facing the front of the mat. Open up into warrior two. As a transition here. And straighten the front leg. So both legs are straight. Arms are still out to the sides. And we're going to come into Trikonasana. So from here, you're going to shift forward with your chest towards your front foot and bring that front hand down onto your leg, wherever you can reach. Just don't press down on your knee. It can be down on your leg, on your foot. Just make sure you're really opening, rotating that chest towards the ceiling and have that hand facing up towards the sky. Wonderful. Take a minute here. Feel that nice stretch on your left side. Wonderful. And from here, we're going to bend that front leg. And we're going to transition into a third posture. So you're going to shift your weight forward. The back leg comes off the ground, parallel to the ground, and bring your left hip onto the right. Flex the back foot and bring that front hand, the right hand, onto the ground. So for balance. So with the parts of your body which are not on the ground, try to reach as much as you can. Reach with that foot, reach with that hand. Look down to your hand for balance. And your core here is very tight also. It's what's maintaining you. Wonderful. Come into warrior three. So bring your hips facing the ground. Oops. And don't lose your balance. And bring your arms out, down beside you, straight. Open that chest, look down to the ground. And come to standing. Bring that foot to the ground. So that's also a nice challenge on your leg, but mainly you're really maintaining yourself with the core in these postures. So give yourself a second here. In Tadasana, mountain pose, stand up straight. Breathe nice and deep. If you lose your breath during these postures, take a minute here just to come back to your breath. So Close your eyes, open your fingers wide to the side. Inhale, nice and deep. Exhale. And again, inhale. And exhale, release. One last time, inhale. Exhale. Wonderful. We need these moments of pause while we're doing these types of efforts. It's about effort and release. So we're going to do it on the other side. So this time we're coming to warrior one on the other side. So you bring your right foot to the back of the mat. Your arms come up and your back heel comes down to the ground. Hips are still facing the front of the mat and you have a nice 90-degree angle in your front leg here. And we open up into warrior two. And straighten the front leg to come into Trikonasana. So shift yourself forward with that left arm and bring your left hand down onto your left leg wherever you can reach. So don't fixate on bringing your hand down on your foot. If that's not where you're at, then don't frustrate yourself with that. We're not here to frustrate ourselves. Look up at the ceiling. Really open that side body up towards the ceiling. Don't fold down towards the ground. Feel on that stretch. Nice stretch on your right side. And we're going to bend that front leg. And same thing here. Shift ourselves forward. Push into that front leg. Bring the left hand down to the ground and stack your right hip over the left. Flex the left foot. Open your chest. And try to reach with your hand and with your foot. Engage your core. And don't forget to breathe. Wonderful. Come into warrior three. So your hips are now facing the ground. And bring your arms out parallel to the ground, to your sides. Look down to a fixed point. Find your point of focus. And come back into Tadasana. Wonderful. So feel your core and your left leg firing here. Wonderful. And I'm going to come down onto the ground. So enough for the legs for now. Lie down on your back. Slowly bring yourself to the ground. And bring your legs back up like we were at the beginning. But this time, open them to the sides. Now, I'm not asking you to really open them super wide, just wherever it feels comfortable for you. Just make sure it's comfortable enough. And you're going to extend your arms out in the middle of your legs. You can also interlace your fingers and bring the middle finger out. And as we inhale and then exhale, so with the exhale, you're going to bring yourself up and use your core to bring, like if you're trying to bring your forehead towards your pelvis. So inhale, exhale here. You can make that noise with your mouth to really accentuate the strength with the core. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Shh. 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 So keep on going. Make sure you're really pressing your back down into the ground. Look out in front of you. Keep on going. I'm working with you here. 3 more. And release. Bring your legs back in and hug them in towards your chest. It's incredibly hot in here. I can't open my windows because it's too noisy outside, but I'm dying of heat, and I'm sure you're too also. So hug in those knees. Wonderful. And you're gonna rock yourself up. This time, your feet are not touching the ground, and we're coming into Navasana, so boat pose. Some people do not like this one. Bring your chest up. Whoop. Trying to really open the chest, so don't round yourself in. Bring the chest up. Bring your arms are parallel to the floor. Your legs can stay bent. If you want a full challenge, you can extend them. I'm going to stay with them bent for now. And bring your chest slightly back, still not rounding your back. And we're going to hold here. So really here, all the strength is in your core mainly. Wonderful. And we're going to try to lower down to the ground as slow as possible. So slowly extend your legs and bring yourself down to the ground. Might be shaking a little bit. Press that back into the ground. And as you're very, very close, release to the ground with an exhale. So when you release, really completely let go. Wonderful. And this time again, we're going to roll ourselves up. So take your knee into your hand, come back up, and we're going to come into Dolphin Pose. So this one is also a nice stretch for your lower back, but it works a lot on the arms and the shoulders, which are solicited a lot in yoga and downward facing dog and reverse postures. So bring your elbows down on the ground and grab your elbows with your hands just for the distance, and interlace your fingers in front of you. From here, you're going to tuck your toes in and push your hips up towards the sky. So if your legs are still a little bit bent, that's perfectly fine. Focus on bringing your sitting bones up towards the sky, like in downward facing dog. And look back at your feet. And gradually try to straighten up those legs. So your shoulders are working a lot here to maintain you. So don't let yourself sink into your shoulders. Really bring your head away from the shoulders. Wonderful. From here, we're going to do a movement that's a little bit more challenging. You can bring your feet a little bit further away, behind. And we're going to do a movement that really works a little bit more on the shoulders. That helps in shoulder stand and in many of those reverse postures. So you're going to bring your chin forward. Try to bring it in front of your hands. You don't have to go all the way over there, but inhale, bring your chin forward. Exhale, push back. Inhale, exhale. So this also helps a lot with Shavasana, which is also a posture where you're soliciting the shoulders a lot. We're not going to do this today because I can't assist you with it. With a physical presence, let's say. So go as far as you can. And feel free to take a rest. Don't forget to listen to your body. A couple more times here. Inhale, exhale, inhale, Exhale and release your knees down to the ground. And take a little child's pose. So bring your arms back behind you. Your forehead comes to the ground and release your shoulders. Really let them fall down towards the ground. Wonderful. Just giving a little rest for the shoulders. And breathe, come back to your breath. Wonderful. And come back up. And we're going to give it another try for Chaturanga. Give it another try, as I said. So if you can't manage, don't worry about it. You can always go down with the help of your knees. So come up in a plank. Open up those fingers nice and wide. And we're going to give it a try. So tilt that pelvis in. Core is engaged. Shift your shoulders over your wrists. And as you exhale, bring those arms against your sides. Imagine you're reaching with your head and with your heels. Your back is straight. And come all the way down to the ground. Release down. So I can't see you do it, but I'm sure you gave it your best. And bring your cheek to one side. Wonderful. And we're going to give ourselves a little stretch out here. So we're going to come into Navasana. So bring your forehead to the ground and bend your knees. Take your ankles from the outside. Inhale here and relax your shoulders. And as you exhale, push your feet into your hands and let your chest open up. Give yourself a nice stretch out. So you're opening up that chest. Wonderful. And release down to the ground. This time the other cheek comes down on the ground. Look the opposite way. Great. And come back down. Push up into child's pose again. This time extend your arms out in front of you. Bring your forehead to the ground. And we're going to come and stretch to one side. So bring your hands over to the left side. And let your forehead fall to the ground. You can be on the tips of your fingers so you can really reach and engage those arms. Stretch them out as much as possible. Feel a nice stretch all the way down your back on the right side. And tiptoe those fingers to the center and over to your right side. Wonderful. Come back to center. Bring your hands under your shoulders. Come back up. So we're slowing down the rhythm here. It was quite active, so we're just coming back down a little bit slower. Bring your legs out in front of you. If you need to, you can slightly bend your legs if you're very tight in the lower back. We're going to take a nice little forward fold. Inhale, reach up with your arms, elongate the spine, and exhale, reach forward with your hands. Try to reach your toes, but if you can't, you can bring your hands down onto your legs, so don't fixate on bringing your forehead to your knees. The goal is not rounding your back. You really want to engage with your hips. You're hinging from the hips and trying to bring your stomach onto your legs first. Flex those feet and just take it nice and slow. So with the exhale, if you feel like you've reached your limit, stay there. Don't pull yourself down abruptly. And release that head. Wonderful. Inhale, reach forward, reverse, and let those hands come back down. And we're going to take a nice little twist. So bend that right leg over the left and bring the foot on the floor. You're going to inhale up with your right hand and bring it back behind your back. Try not to fall back with your spine here. Sit up straight, and the left hand is going to, left arm, is going to come pushing on that leg. So you can come in this twist a little bit further, but really try to twist from the core. So you're not twisting with the shoulders. The twist is coming from inside out, from the core, and look back behind you. You're trying to really engage your whole body in this twist. Have your shoulders as relaxed as possible, so don't bring them up towards your ears. Breathe here, nice and slow. Wonderful. Inhale, come back, take a little counter twist, so bring your hands down to the ground, look back. And we're going to change that, extend the right leg out and bend the left over the right. The foot is flat on the floor. Hug in that leg towards your chest, so you're sitting up tall. And bring your left hand back behind you. The other arm goes over the knee. Bring your core into the twist and look back. So you go further in the twist with the exhale. Imagine your spine is like a staircase going up. Wonderful. Inhale, come back. Same thing here, little counter twist. Bring your hands down on the floor on the other side. Look back. Back to center. We're going to come lying on our stomach, and we're going to do a very nice arm stretch as we worked on the arms today. So lie onto your stomach, and you're going to extend your right arm down on the ground with the palm facing down. And you're going to roll over onto your right side, and your left leg is going to come up, and the foot is going to come behind onto the floor. So you feel that nice stretch in your shoulder, right shoulder and arm. Wonderful. Come back to center, and we're gonna roll onto the other side. So extend your left arm down onto the ground, facing the floor, and roll over onto your left side. Bring your leg up and the foot on the floor behind. And feel that nice stretch on the left side, the left arm, left shoulder. Wonderful. And we're going to come to Shavasana, the best part of the class, relaxation. So roll over onto your back, lie down, open those legs nice and wide, arms nice and wide and palms facing up towards the ceiling. And we're going to do just one little last effort so you make sure that you're really releasing. So you're going to inhale and extend all the parts of your body a few centimeters off the floor. Bring them off and extend, 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 like if you're reaching. Hold. And relax to the floor. Let everything go. All your weight is falling into the ground. And breathe nice and deep. Take a big inhale through the core and the chest. And exhale through your mouth. Release it out. So feel all that fire you built up. Let it all out. Wonderful. And just come to stillness here. Go over your body, just see how everything feels at this moment. How did this feel for you today? Remember, not every day is a perfect day for yoga. Some days you feel like it doesn't work, and that's perfectly fine because we can never be always in the perfect mood, in the perfect state. But you learn to build with what you have. And whatever happened today, you just accept that and let it pass. And give yourself this moment just to sit in silence and let your body recover and your mind be in silence. And slowly we're going to come back to our body. Take a big inhale. And stretch yourself out however you feel Whatever makes you feel good. Roll over to your side. And keep your eyes closed. And whenever you're ready, you can join me back sitting. Take your time. And we'll finish off with 3 Oms, just to make sure these good vibrations are still going on. So bring your hands in prayer. Take a big inhale. Inhale. Last time. Namaste. Thank you very much, everyone, for joining today. I hope you enjoy the class and you feel nice and fired up like I do. If you enjoyed the class, please feel free to like the video and leave any comments of what you enjoyed or anything you'd like to see, and you can subscribe to the channel if it's not the case. And I'll see you very soon for the next class. Have a great evening, everyone.